3 reasons to watch romantic C-drama, Such a Good Love. Does love itself change, or does the way we experience and idealize love change? The answer may well be both. The year is 2007, and feisty Dag Wang Yuwen meets Ju Shui, Wang and Yu, an aspiring filmmaker, while still in college. Ju Shui follows Dag to Beijing, their city of dreams. Brimming with hope and a hunger to succeed, the two strive hard to make something out of their lives. Little do they understand that in a bustling city like Beijing, it is not hard work but rather talent which determines your future. Even in the hopelessness of their situation, the two never give up since they have something stronger between them, their love. They believe as long as they have each other, they can surmount any challenge, until the two are compelled to go their separate ways. Fast forward 18 years later, the year is 2025, and beauty and fashion influencer Tong Liyi, Zhao Jiuli, meets Su Jihao, Yang Yunhao, an aspiring civil servant. The two are gaming buddies and come across video footage of Dag and Ju Shui. Swept into the love story playing out on screen, Liyi and Jihao wonder if it was even possible to have a love and be in love like Dag and Ju Shui. Such a Good Love is a heartwarming story which spans across 2 distinct timelines and also reflects on distinct attitudes towards love and relationships. A show for all die-hard romantics, here are 3 reasons why it should be on your watchlist this summer. Dag and Ju Shui meet in rather unusual circumstances. She storms into his dorm room in search of her cheating boyfriend. Taken in by her sassy spirit, Ju Shui can't stop capturing her on his video camera. This is the beginning of their deep friendship. She is brother Dag to him, and he is director Ju to her. Dag has big dreams. She wants to go to Beijing and get rich. Ju Shui, on the other hand, lives and breathes cinema and hopes to make his own movie once out of college. However, Beijing proves to be far from the promised land. Upon arrival, Dag gets scammed. There are no job opportunities, and rather than living in a swanky apartment, she ends up sharing a dorm with 4 boys. Nevertheless, she fabricates stories, leading Ju Shui to believe she is thriving. He sees through it and lands up in Beijing to be with her. Ju Shui also gets scammed upon arrival, and it becomes evident navigating Beijing requires sharp skills. The unspoken feelings brim to the surface, and what follows is a heartfelt confession of love. Jobless and penniless, with just a crammed room to their name, the two are certain of one thing: they are better together. What follows are several sweet, heartwarming, and utterly romantic moments as both encourage and support each other. There are challenges aplenty as Dag insists Ju Shui only make movies and not waste his talent on anything else. She gets upset when he starts shooting wedding videos to earn money, since making movies requires connections, opportunities, and luck, which is not on their side. A sweet moment is when she spends her entire daily wage on buying movie tickets. Even though he tells her it's a waste, she calls it an experience. And she encourages him to write his first film, the story inspired by their own life. Before he can submit the script, there is a brief scare when Dag is misdiagnosed with a terminal illness. Ju Shui wastes no time in getting funds together and working himself to the bone. However, the two are told a commercial private hospital had taken advantage of their naivety. With their renewed promise to persevere together, they once again seize the day with fresh optimism. Dag, whose dream is to see Ju Shui make his first film, gives the unfinished script its title, Such a Good Love. Dag and Ju Shui's love story is a reflection of their youthful idealism. Though broke and penniless, the two are content, believing that once Ju Shui finishes his film, there will be no looking back. Their recklessness and impulsiveness reflect their immaturity. Basking in the innocence of love, they are neither mature enough nor equipped to weather the challenges of adult life. The strong, unbreakable love they share threatens to crumble as outside pressures begin to weigh them down. Ju Shui is constantly humiliated by Dag's childhood friend, a well-connected figure in Beijing, and cracks start to appear. As pressure, self-doubt, and misunderstandings grow, the couple drifts apart. One sees how Dag is unable to cope with the promises she had once made to Ju Shui, and the one-time communicative couple can no longer understand the other. The love Dag and Ju Shui shared is unforgettable, but will they ever reunite? And will Ju Shui ever complete such a good love? Or will it be shelved like their relationship, becoming a beautiful, aching memory of the past? The many videos that Ju Shui had shot of Dag and himself are found on a computer. The computer, which had been left behind by Dag at the airport, resurfaces later, after changing hands over the years, at a gaming arcade. There, it is discovered by Liyi and Ji Hao. Liyi is a fashion model who wants to make it big in the glamour world. She comes across as bold and unabashed. Ji Hao is studying for the civil services and is a reserved and calmer personality in comparison. The two bond over games, and their shared commitment is to never get hitched. According to Liyi, she is unable to deal with the unpleasantness which accompanies love. Ji Hao, on the other hand, is merely weary and skeptical. As the two start watching the grainy footage of Dag and Ju Shui, they find themselves drawn into a world that blends realism, dreams, and an imagined future. Liyi and Ji Hao view the love story unfolding on screen as impractical and even illogical. Love is clearly not going to help Dag get rich or make a movie for Ju Shui. Liyi has learnt to survive alone in the city. She fends for herself, and her confidence can often scare people away. Ji Hao is aloof but happy to play along with Liyi. They are in more of a situationship than a relationship, and they name Dag and Ju Shui as the scandalous couple. The innocent and straightforward relationship between Dag and Ju Shui contrasts with the informal, non-committal friendship between Liyi and Ji Hao. But both Liyi and Ji Hao are not oblivious to the story unfolding on their laptop screens. Liyi thinks aloud, saying what she would give to have a man as supportive and loving like Ju Shui. Ji Hao, on the other hand, realizes his protective instincts towards Liyi have grown strong. Liyi, after viewing Dag and Ju Shui's love story, though moved, regards them as pitiful. What she really means is, if this couple and their relationship was unable to withstand challenges, then whose relationship can? So, where do these two couples with their differing expectations of relationships go from here? Dag and Ju Shui are far from perfect. If Dag is overtly ambitious, Ju Shui is willing to compromise for her. And Liyi is headstrong but vulnerable, while Ji Hao comes across as more grounded. However, despite the generation gap and differing mindset, it is clear that all we need is a little bit of love. The raw and realistic love story of Dag and Ju Shui is cleverly juxtaposed with the practical, no-strings-attached relationship between Liyi and Ji Hao. Though the show's treatment and its documentary-style narrative are very different, it still feels refreshing compared to what viewers are used to seeing in Chinese dramas. The wild love shared between Dag and Ju Shui makes you root for the couple, while Liyi and Ji Hao are more focused on chasing their individual dreams. Love, for them, can wait another day. Friends like family is something Dag and Ju Shui nurtured during their life together in Beijing. Dag's best friend is Jingshu, Wang Ziqi, who stays in the same cramped dorm with her and 3 others. Though Jingshu is an impoverished student and struggling to make ends meet, she is generous when it comes to helping those in need. Along with her, the rest who share the small flat with Dag and Ju Shui also share a strong bond with each other. A heartfelt moment is when Ju Shui is desperate to source funds for Dag's treatment and asks them for help. And each one of them pool in all their savings to help the couple. Their friendship is for keeps as they support and stand by each other against all odds. But we also see Liyi's colleague and friend at work wanting to take advantage on the pretext of helping her. Both she and Ji Hao have come to accept that in their world and space, friendships like relationships are transactional. The show cleverly blends 2 distinct timelines together. As Dag and Ju Shui's life and love unfolds in Beijing, we also get an insight into the changing socio-economic fabric of the country. For Diage and Jushui, the city of Beijing seems like a maze to navigate, while for Liyi and Jihao, it has shrunk in size thanks to social media, but the chasm between people has only grown. For Diage and Jushui, what was just a dream is a reality for Liyi and Jihao's generation. Even though opportunities in the world may have opened up, one thing remains unchanged: to survive you need to keep the faith in yourself. Such a good love blends in nostalgia and romance seamlessly. Wang Inyu and Wang Yuan have a scorching chemistry and complement each other, playing their parts to perfection. And the cinematography and treatment is raw and unfiltered, which further adds dimension to the narrative.